ahead.
I had requested that the language or terminology inside of our court order be switched. I was having difficulty getting Tajay's passport, and it's because in our child support order it states that I have to have consent of her father, but Tajay hasn't seen her father in over 8 years, and I'm unable to get that consent from him. So is it possible?
That's not my fault.
Hold on. I don't control passports.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
This case is James Jackson and Tabriki Gardner. Please unmute and turn on your cameras. Or do both of you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mr. Tafi, go ahead.
Thank you. We're here on a modification and confirmation of arrears. The parties have a partial agreement, which I will read to the court, and then I'll take testimony on the child support and arrears matter, which is contested. Parties are in agreement that the current arrears for child support is $14,207.96. Parties are also in agreement that medical support arrears is $3,191.90 as of February 28, 2025. Parties are in agreement for father to pay cash medical support in the amount of $47 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Parties are also in agreement for father to pay medical support arrears at $50 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Parties are contesting child support and child support arrears, and I will take testimony on that. Ms. Gardner, can you please state your full name? You're still on mute, ma'am.
I'm sorry about that. Tabrika LaShawn Gardner.
Can you state the name and age of your child?
Jackson, 12 years old.
Ma'am, did you hear the agreements that I just read?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Are those parts still your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe they're in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, the contested issues. The state set child support at $313 a month beginning April 1st, 2025, based on the father's gross wages. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay. And father's gross wages, as reported, is $2,076.99. And we gave him credit for one other child. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And Mr. Jackson currently has arrears in the amount of $14,207.96, which is the state is requesting a repayment of $100 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you are requesting to be able to get a passport for your child?
Without the consent of her father, yes, sir. You mean, I'm sorry, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Court costs are billed to the father. Are you in agreement with that?
Could you repeat that, please?
Today's court costs are billed to the father. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Pass the witness. Mr. Jackson, can you please state your full name?
Yes, ma'am. James Jackson.
Sir, I understand you're not in agreement with the child support and child support arrears, but as to the medical support information, are you still in agreement with those?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you believe those agreed portions are in your child's best interests.
Yes, ma'am. As of this moment, yes, ma'am.
Are you asking the court to accept the agreed portions today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's talk about the non-agreed parts, okay? The state is reporting your gross income at $2,076.99 and is setting child support at $313 a month. Are you in agreement with that?
No, ma'am.
But you realize that the amount was based on your gross income and using state guidelines, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you explain why you are not in agreement to pay child support?
Oh, no, it's not that I'm in agreement to pay child support. It's just that at this time, any increase to that amount, me and my child are already kind of living on a shoestring budget as it stands, and any adjustment to that, uh, considering that a lack of hours due to the way the school schedule is working, and going into a summer, it's going to severely it's going to yeah, it's gonna make it really hard to even make rent. Like I'm already on food stamps and whatnot, trying to get childcare. Um, so that would, in the grand scheme of things, it's an extra like $200 total, but like that's gonna hurt a lot. That's $200 I absolutely do not have. Like it's the third. I'm late on my rent right now, so you know.
So you're asking the court to keep your prior child support amount at $186. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, if
Okay.
that's possible.
Okay. You have child support arrears in the amount of $14,207.96, and the state is requesting repayment at $100 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
Okay. So the only amount you're not in agreement with is the current child support going forward. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the
Yeah.
court costs, are you in agreement to repay the court costs?
I feel like we ought to split it if we both got to be here. Like, I don't understand why she dragged me to court and then I got to pay the court costs at the same time because we're at a disagreement about something that has absolutely nothing to do with the child support.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Thank you. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, we're confirming child support arrears. The payment on that is $100 a month. It looks like you haven't paid much on your balance. I was looking back to see. It looks like we saw each other in 2020 and 2017. In 2017, you owed about $14,000. So we really haven't done much to pay down the balance. So $100 a month is pretty much a minimum payment because that's only going to pay interest and maybe $30 a month on principal. And then the medical support arrears is granted payable at $50 a month. Again, that's just going to just barely pay some of that. Medical support 47 is fine, and you're making more money than you did in 2020 and 2017. So I understand your other bills you may have, but I can't take those into account other than they've already reduced it from you having an additional child. Sounds like you have to get another job or a second job. I don't know. That's up to you, but you got to pay payments based on your income, and it should be $313 a month. It's been a hundred and something for the last several years. That's not enough to really help Ms. Gardner with the child. So um, it's got to be set at your current income at $313 a month. Court cost bill to Mr. Jackson. The Attorney General's office will draft an order based on that, and they'll email you all a copy. You're done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I had requested that the language or terminology inside of our court order be switched. I was having difficulty getting Tajay's passport, and it's because in our child support order it states that I have to have consent of her father. but Tajay hasn't seen her father in over 8 years, and I'm unable to get that consent from him. So is
You
it
know,
possible?
Sir, that's
I don't
not my fault.
control, hold on. I don't control passports. If that's something you're gonna have to file a case for separately, then you can file your own pleading. The AG's office is not gonna file that. Hopefully, Mr. Jackson would want his child to be able to go on a vacation.
Sir, it's
So
not about a vacation.
then sign the paperwork. That's
It's
all you
not
can do.
about a vacation, Your Honor.
So where do I what
She's
court
lying.
does I?
Okay,
I'm
well,
sorry.
Mr. Gardner, he says you're lying, so why don't we do this? Give him the paperwork for the passport again, because he says he's gonna sign it so that your child can go on
No,
vacation.
no, no, no. That's not. It's not about. No, she's not lying about that. She's lying about the reason why she's taking my child out of Africa, out to Africa, with and was trying to get it without my consent. This was like me coming
Okay.
in to get this thing earlier to like extend my child support. This was retaliation for me saying no. So, and that's why she
We're not
added.
going to
That's why she's trying to add this language in at the very end. I guess she figures you're going to give her the up on the child support, so you're going to give her that too, and then she'll be able to take my child wherever, like she's been doing. Except she'll be able to take her out the country without my consent. She's able to move around the state without my consent. She's
That
able to
fool gonna
like
bust out and say that he don't agree to pay.
Okay, I don't know. Mr. Jackson, I don't know, somebody else is
like
talking here. I don't know why.
yeah. I mean,
Wait,
I
hold
just
on, stop.
yes, sir.
Y'all can file a pleading if you want to make it difficult for your child to go on vacation. That's up to you. I'm not pure petty. I don't worry about your petty problems.
Sir,
You may
sir,
think it's
it's not a
petty.
vacation.
You may think it's petty, but your child support going up because your income went up. That's it. It's not about anything else. I don't really care about the passport. It has nothing to do with me. I don't think anybody should want to have their child go on vacation. If you have to fight it out in court, fight it out in court. But there's been no pleading for me to consider that. So that's something that Ms. Gardner, you will have to file on your own, set up a hearing, notify Mr. Jackson if he's not going to comply with it. Otherwise, I
thank you,
can't do anything about it today. All right, I'm
thank
just handling only the issues we discussed today. All right, y'all are
you.
done with court. You can press leave.